They say Lumeris is a village that forgets its own past. Every 50 years, its memories reset, and no one remembers what came before. It's a place lost in time, shrouded by fog and dark pine forests, a ghost story whispered on the wind. I came here looking for a mystery, a headline for the paper. What I found was something far more chilling. Lumeris, let's see what you're hiding. The silence on the streets was unnatural, thick and heavy, as if the air itself was holding its breath. The only sign of life was a small inn with a flickering sign. Inside, an old man with foggy, vacant eyes handed me a key. "Room 7, he rasped, his voice a dry whisper. "Don't go out after midnight, miss." The forest listens, a cryptic warning delivered with a chilling finality. I tried to laugh it off. The forest listens? That's new. But he didn't respond. He just stared, his expression lost in a distant, painful memory. There was something in his silence, a deep-seated fear that told me this wasn't just local folklore. This was a rule to be followed. Up in my room, the world outside dissolved into a blur of rain and fog. The place felt old, steeped in the stories of everyone who had stayed here before. As I opened a creaky drawer in the nightstand, my fingers brushed against dusty leather. It was a journal. On its cover, a desperate inscription. "To whoever remembers." I opened it. The pages were filled with frantic sketches of glowing trees, shadowed faces, and a hand-drawn map of the village, certain locations circled in red. Who wrote this? It felt like a warning, a breadcrumb trail left by a ghost. Just as I wondered, the lamp on the table flickered violently, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Then, a voice, distorted and cold, echoed from the corners of the room. "You shouldn't have come back, Elara." My blood ran cold. The voice, it knew my name. The next morning, the forest beckoned. I couldn't ignore the map, the feeling that the journal held the key to Lumeris' secret. With the worn pages in hand, I followed the path into the misty woods. The deeper I went, the quieter everything became. There was no wind rustling the leaves, no birdsong, only the sound of my own breath, loud in the suffocating stillness. It was as if the forest itself was a vacuum, swallowing all sound, all life, and then I saw it. An ancient tree, its bark threaded with faint, pulsing lines of light, like veins carrying a soft, ethereal energy. The Lumera tree. "It's real," I whispered, reaching out in awe. The moment my fingers brushed against the glowing bark, the world fractured. Visions flooded my mind, screams, fire, faces contorted in terror, people vanishing into thin air. The tree wasn't just alive. It was a vessel of memory, a silent witness to a repeating tragedy. The raw, overwhelming force of it was too much, and the world went dark. I woke up with a gasp, back in the inn, the scent of old wood and rain filling my lungs, but something was wrong. The air felt different. The light filtering through the window seemed warmer, tinged with sepia. My eyes darted to a calendar on the wall, and my heart stopped. The date was exactly 50 years in the past. No. This isn't possible, I stammered, scrambling out of bed. I ran outside into the village street. The people were different, their clothes from another era. And there, standing by the inn's entrance, was the innkeeper. But he was young, his eyes clear and curious, not clouded by a lifetime of forgotten horrors. "Are you lost, miss?" he asked, his voice gentle. "We don't get visitors often." It was then I understood. Lumeris hadn't forgotten his past. It was trapped in it, forced to relive it over and over again. In a state of pure panic, I stumbled back into my room, my mind reeling. I caught my reflection in a cracked, dusty mirror hanging on the wall. But the person looking back wasn't me, not entirely. As I stared in horror, my reflection's lips curled into a slow, knowing smirk, while my own face remained frozen in fear. "You're not the first, Elara," it whispered, its voice a chilling echo of my own. "You're just the next echo." The truth hit me like a physical blow. A new flood of visions flashed before my eyes, not from the tree but from within. Every 50 years, a curious visitor arrives in Lumeris. They sense the wrongness, They find a journal, they seek the Lumera tree. They try to uncover the truth, to break the cycle. But in doing so, they become the next piece of the puzzle, absorbed into the village's memory loop, their own identity fading until they are just another ghost haunting its streets. The price of remembering Lumeris is never leaving it. Time has no meaning here anymore. The fog swirls, the pines stand silent, and the loop closes once more. I stand at the entrance to the inn, my eyes now as foggy as the old man's once were, watching a car emerge from the mist. A young, determined face steps out, a journalist searching for a story. "Is this the village of Lumeris?" she asks, her voice full of a familiar curiosity. I offer a faint, eerie smile. "Yes. But don't go out after midnight." The forest listens. Some stories don't end. They echo, until someone chooses to forget. Thank you for watching. If you were captivated by the secrets of Lumeris, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. There are many more mysteries waiting to be uncovered.